Hey guys, my name is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Today I am with Hey Bo Dallas.
What's up?
Are you enjoying Uncle Howdy gimmicks?
Absolutely. Uncle Howdy's gimmick is all about mystery and intrigue. It's creepy and it makes me feel different inside. Plus, I'm not complaining about having a scary puppet by my side.
Is the Uncle Howdy mask hot?
The Uncle Howdy mask is definitely hot. It's made from a specially designed fabric that helps keep the wearer cool and comfortable during long periods of wear. Plus, it looks pretty badass if I do say so myself.
If you AAO, what your plan?
If I were in AEW, my plan would be to make waves and leave a lasting impact. I'd bring my unique flavor and personality to the ring and show everyone why Bo Leavers are the best. I'd bring my own brand of happiness and positivity to the promotion and make sure that everyone knows it. That's the Bo Dallas way.
Did you Jung Hool call out?
If I joined AEW, there are a number of people I'd be eager to call out and face in the ring. I'd love to measure my skills against the likes of Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, and Bryan Danielson, to name a few. And of course, I wouldn't pass up the opportunity to face off with my old friend Adam Cole, baby.
You v Jon Moxley in what type of match?
If I had the chance to face Jon Moxley in AEW, I'd want it to be a hardcore match. Moxley is known for his love of violence and chaos, and I'm not afraid to get down and dirty myself. A hardcore match would give us both the opportunity to push each other to the limits and show the world what we're made of. And who knows, maybe I could even tap into my dark side and show Moxley a side of Bo Dallas he's never seen before.
You vs Kenny Omega in what type match?
If I had the chance to face Kenny Omega in AEW, I'd want it to be a high-flying, fast-paced match. Omega is a master of aerial agility and technical prowess, so a match between us would be a true showcase of our skills. I may not have the same level of experience as Omega, but I'm willing to go toe-to-toe with him and prove that I'm capable of keeping up with the best of them. A match against Omega in AEW would be a dream come true, and I would give it everything I've got to make it truly unforgettable.
You versus Bryan Danielson.
If I were to go head-to-head with Bryan Danielson in AEW, I'd want it to be a technical, skill-focused match. Danielson is known for his incredible in-ring ability and mastery of various holds and submissions, and I'd want to put my own grappling skills to the test against his. We'd have a back-and-forth contest of strategy and physicality, each of us trying to outmaneuver the other, find openings to take control. It would be a true clash of styles, and I'd relish the opportunity to show Danielson what I'm capable of.
You versus Adam Cole.
If I had the chance to face off against Adam Cole in a lights-out death match in AEW, I would be more than ready to bring the heat. This type of match is all about pushing the limits of violence and intensity, and I'm not afraid to go all out to prove myself. Cole is a tough competitor and a crowd favorite, but I have no doubt that I could match his intensity and come out on top. A lights-out death match is the perfect stage for me to showcase my skills and show that I'm a force to be reckoned with.
You versus Adam Copeland.
If I were to face Adam Copeland in a barbed wire death match in AEW, I would prepare myself for an intense and brutal fight. Barbed wire matches are known for their punishing nature and risk of injury, but I'm willing to put myself on the line to prove my worth and come out victorious. I respect Copeland as a competitor and a legend in the wrestling industry, but I won't hold back in the ring and I won't back down. This match would be a test of my resilience and determination, and I would give it my all to win and make a lasting impression.
You is Dark Rayon.
If I had the chance to face off against Darby Allin in a coffin match in AEW, I would approach it with a mix of caution and determination. I've seen the way Darby puts himself on the line, and I know he's not afraid of taking risks. A coffin match adds an extra element of danger, and I'd have to be ready for anything. I'd need to use my instincts and strategy to outmaneuver Darby and find a way to secure the win. With the coffin looming over us, the stakes would be high, and the pressure would be on.
You versus Eddie Kingston. What's the build-up?
The build-up to a match between myself and Eddie Kingston in AEW would likely involve a lot of intense promos and physical confrontations. Kingston has a reputation for being a fiery and passionate competitor who doesn't hold back with his words or his actions. I, on the other hand, have a knack for getting under people's skin and stirring up trouble. The tension between us would build over time, with each of us taking shots at one another in interviews and backstage segments. Eventually, our paths would cross in the ring, and we'd have a hard hard-hitting, intense match with plenty of drama and surprises.
You versus Scabago Jack Perry.
If I had the chance to face scapegoat Jack Perry in a 60-minute Iron Man match in AEW, I would be prepared for a grueling test of endurance and skill. Iron Man matches require a combination of physical stamina and strategic thinking, and I would need to bring my A game to keep up with Perry. Despite his relative lack of experience, Perry has proven himself to be a capable competitor, and I would need to be on top of my game to come out on top. It would be a challenging match, no doubt, but I'm confident in my abilities and ready to go the distance.
You vs Jeff Jarrett vs Technical Beast Josh Woods.
If I had the chance to face off against both Jeff Jarrett and Technical Beast Josh Woods in a triple threat match in AEW, I would find myself in a unique and challenging situation. This would be an unpredictable contest, with each of us bringing our own unique styles and strategies to the ring. Technical Beast Josh Woods has a reputation for being a submission specialist, so I would need to be wary of his technical prowess and ability to lock in holds. Meanwhile, Jeff Jarrett is a seasoned veteran who has faced some of the greatest wrestlers in history. He would bring a wealth of experience and skill to the match and would likely be looking to use...
Can you imagine this match, you versus AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada?
A match between myself and AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada would be a dream come true. Okada is widely regarded as one of the best wrestlers in the world, and his accolades and skill speak for themselves. Getting in the ring with him would be a true test of my abilities and a chance to prove myself against the best of the best. It would be a difficult match for sure, but one that I would relish and give my all to. The energy and excitement of the crowd would be off the charts, and I would be motivated to give them a performance they'll never forget.
You vs Konosuke Takeshita.
A match between myself and Konosuke Takeshita would be a fascinating encounter, showcasing two competitors with very different styles. Takeshita is known for his high-flying ability and agility, while I bring a more technical and tactical approach to the ring. The contrast in our styles would make for an interesting match, as we would each bring our own strengths and approaches to the table. I would need to be prepared for Takeshita's fast-paced, acrobatic attacks, and he would need to be ready to counter my strategic moves. It would be a true battle of wits and skill.
You, Smurderhawk Monster Light.
A barbed wire steel cage match against Murderhawk monster Lance Archer would be an explosive and brutal encounter. AEW is known for its violent and extreme matches, and a cage match would take things to a whole new level. Lance Archer is a huge man with incredible strength and agility, and he would be a formidable opponent inside the steel cage. My own skills and abilities would have to be at their peak to stand a chance against him. The steel cage would provide both of us with opportunities to use the environment to our advantage, whether it be using the cage to inflict more damage or jumping off the top to make a daring escape.
You versus Matt Sydal versus MJF.
A no disqualification match between myself, Matt Sydal, and MJF in AEW would be a wild and unpredictable encounter. Without any limits or restrictions, the possibilities for what could happen in this match are endless. MJF is known for his vicious and aggressive style, but he also has a sharp intellect and a knack for surprise moves. Matt Sydal, on the other hand, is an acrobat and aerial artist who can pull off crazy and unexpected things in the ring. As for myself, I would bring a combination of physical strength and strategic thinking to the match, and I would be ready to face whatever comes my way.
You and MJF promo.
A promo segment between myself and MJF would be intense and electric. We both have a knack for trash talking and stirring up trouble, so a face-to-face confrontation would be sure to generate plenty of heat. As two of the most charismatic and outspoken competitors in AEW, we would have no shortage of things to say to one another. We might exchange insults, throw a few jabs, and even resort to mind games to try to get under each other's skin. The crowd would be on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the verbal sparring and the possibility of things escalating into a physical altercation.
You versus Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy.
A match between myself and Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy would be an intriguing and entertaining encounter. Cassidy is known for his laid-back and nonchalant demeanor, but he's also a deceptively skilled competitor. I would need to be careful not to underestimate Orange Cassidy, as he has a reputation for catching opponents off guard with his unique style and surprising moves. Despite his lax attitude, he's capable of delivering some unexpectedly powerful and effective attacks. The contrast between my more traditional wrestling approach and Cassidy's relaxed and unhurried style would make for a unique and exciting match.
You versus Ricochet.
A light-out death match against Ricochet would be a high-flying and high-stakes encounter. Ricochet is known for his acrobatic style and incredible agility, and a light-out death match would give him ample opportunity to showcase his skills. I would need to be prepared for Ricochet's quick movements and aerial attacks, as well as his ability to seemingly defy gravity. A match like this would have no rules or regulations, so anything goes in the ring. It would be a true test of my own abilities and resilience.
You versus Sammy Guevara.
A match between myself and Sammy Guevara would be a thrilling and action-packed encounter, showcasing the different styles and approaches of two talented competitors. Guevara is known for his athleticism, agility, and ability to pull off high-risk moves. Meanwhile, I would bring a more strategic and technical approach, looking to outwit and outmaneuver Guevara. The match would likely be fast-paced and filled with acrobatic maneuvers and high-flying moments, as both of us would look to take advantage of our respective strengths. It would be a true test of skill and determination.
You versus King of Television Samoa Joe.
A barbed wire explosive match against King of Television Samoa Joe would be a brutal and intense encounter. Joe is a dominant force in the world of wrestling, and a match like this would be the perfect showcase for his power and aggression. The addition of barbed wire would take things to a whole new level, as both of us would be looking to use the environment to our advantage. The stakes would be high, and any mistake could result in serious injury or worse.
You miss Swerve Strickland in a dream match.
A dream match between myself and Swerve Strickland would be a highly anticipated and exciting encounter, pitting two of the most promising and talented competitors in the industry against one another. Swerve is a dynamic and charismatic performer known for his unpredictable and explosive in-ring style. Meanwhile, I would bring my own blend of technical prowess and aggressive tactics to the match, making for a truly compelling showdown. The energy and anticipation leading up to the match would be palpable, and the audience would be on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the clash of styles and the determination of who comes out on top.
You versus Big rematch.
A steel cage dream match between myself and Will Ospreay would be a true clash of styles and a battle for the ages. Ospreay is known for his high-flying, acrobatic style and his incredible athletic abilities, while I bring a more strategic and technical approach to the ring. The steel cage would add an extra layer of intensity and make the match that much more dangerous, as both of us would be looking to use the environment to our advantage and push each other to the limits. The crowd would be on their feet for every move, every escape attempt, and every bit of action.
Can you imagine this tag team match? You and Bishop Khan with the Young Bucks.
A tag team match pitting me and Bishop Khan against the Young Bucks would be an intriguing and entertaining encounter. The Young Bucks are known for their high-flying, fast-paced style and flashy moves, which would clash with Bishop Khan's hard-hitting, power-based approach. As a team, we would bring a variety of skills and strengths to the table. Bishop Khan would provide the muscle, while I would bring the strategy and tactics. Together, we would match the athleticism and quick thinking of the Young Bucks, leading to an exciting and unpredictable tag team match.
Do you have a favorite match?
I do have a fond memory of a match I had against Adrian Neville in NXT, specifically a lumberjack match on December 18, 2013. That match was a wild one, with lumberjacks surrounding the ring and interjecting at every opportunity. The energy and excitement in the arena that night were electric, but what I remember most about that match was the sense of competition and determination. Both Adrian Neville and myself gave it our all in the ring that night, showcasing our skills and athleticism to the fullest. It was a true test of our abilities and a match that I still look back on with pride.
What your thoughts on Brock Lesnar decimate you?
Brock Lesnar is a dominant and powerful presence in the wrestling world, and his ability to decimate opponents is truly awe-inspiring. My match with him on Raw in August 2015 was no exception. Lesnar has a unique combination of size, strength, and agility that makes him virtually unstoppable in the ring. As for my thoughts on the match itself, it was a reminder of the sheer power and explosiveness that Lesnar brings to the ring. Despite my best efforts, I was no match for his brute strength and his relentless attack. The match was a reminder of the importance of preparation and determination in the face of such a dominant...
Would you like this match? Finn Balor versus you.
Yes, I did enjoy the match I had with Finn Balor on Raw in December 2017. Finn Balor is a highly talented and gifted wrestler with a unique style and a charismatic presence in the ring. I had great respect for him as a competitor and as a friend. The match itself was a fast-paced and action-packed encounter, with both of us showcasing our skills and athleticism. Finn Balor's agility and quickness, paired with my technical prowess and strategic thinking, made for an exciting matchup that kept the crowd engaged from start to finish.
What about this match, you vs. Kyle Roberts?
My match with Kyle Roberts on Raw in September 2016 was a memorable one. Both of us brought our best efforts to the ring that night, putting on a hard-hitting and physical performance. I remember the energy and excitement in the air as the crowd was deeply invested in the match. While the outcome of the match may not have been what I had hoped for, I still look back on it with a positive sentiment. It was a match that showcased the talent and skills of both myself and Kyle Roberts, and I'm proud of the performance I put on that night.
Why you leave WWE in the first place?
I left WWE for a variety of reasons, but the main one was that I felt I had reached a plateau in my career and needed a change of scenery to continue growing and developing as a wrestler. I wanted to explore different opportunities and challenge myself in new ways. It was a tough decision, as I had fond memories and relationships within the WWE, but ultimately, I felt it was the right move for me.
R-Truth vs. you.
My match against R-Truth on Raw in July 2014 was a fun and entertaining encounter. R-Truth is known for his goofy mannerisms and quick wit, which brought a unique energy to the match. Despite his comical personality, he is also a talented athlete and a capable competitor. The match itself was a good showcase of both of our skills, with R-Truth bringing his comedic timing and unpredictable antics, and me bringing my technical prowess and strategic thinking. There were plenty of laughs and moments of surprise, but ultimately, I came out victorious.
Sin Cara vs. you.
My match against Sin Cara on Raw in May 2014 was a high-energy and explosive encounter. Sin Cara is known for his acrobatic style and incredible aerial maneuvers, and he was certainly showcasing them that night. I remember the match being fast-paced and filled with near falls and high-risk moves. Both of us were giving it our all in the ring, with the audience on the edge of their seats. Despite Sin Cara's impressive skills, I was able to come out victorious in the end.
Bray Wyatt and you battle the Usos.
Battling the Usos alongside Bray Wyatt presented some unique challenges and opportunities. The Usos are one of the top tag teams in the business, known for their high-flying style and tag team chemistry. With Bray Wyatt's unique character and my own strategic approach, we brought a different dynamic to the ring. Our team combined Wyatt's mind games and supernatural elements with my technical prowess and tactical thinking. It was a formidable combination, and we were able to pose a significant threat to the Usos. Despite their impressive skills, we managed to keep them on their toes and even take control of the match at times.
What on Wyatt 6 you play as Uncle Howdy?
Being a part of Wyatt 6 as Uncle Howdy has been an interesting and challenging experience. The unique dynamic of the stable and the mysterious and ominous nature of my character. There is a lot of pressure to deliver a compelling performance that fits the story being told. My goal is to bring a sense of ominous presence to the stable and add to the overall mystique and intrigue surrounding the group. I'm enjoying the opportunity to explore a darker and more sinister side of my character and seeing how it contributes to the overall storyline of the Wyatt 6.
You vs. Matt Cardona. What type of match?
If I were to face Matt Cardona in a match, I think a submission match could be a fun and challenging encounter. This type of match puts the focus on technical wrestling and submission holds, which could bring out the best in both of our skills. With Cardona's experience and my technical prowess, the match could be a back-and-forth battle of who can tap out their opponent first. The crowd would be on the edge of their seats as the two of us put our bodies on the line, each trying to outlast the other through sheer determination and resilience.
On the Wyatt 6, did like working with Eric Rowan and Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy and Nikki Cross.
Working with Eric Rowan, Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, and Nikki Cross as part of the Wyatt 6 has been a unique and exciting experience. Each member of the group brings their own unique qualities and strengths to the stable, and we complement each other well, both in and out of the ring. Rowan's intensity and imposing presence, Loomis's quiet intensity and mysterious nature, Gacy's charismatic leadership, and Nikki's unpredictable and chaotic energy all create a dynamic and intriguing dynamic within the stable. It's been enjoyable to be a part of this group and work together to tell an intriguing story.
You was done with wrestling. What you plan?
After retiring from professional wrestling, I plan to explore other opportunities and pursuits. I've always been interested in filmmaking and cinematography, and I'd like to explore those areas further. However, I also plan to stay involved in the wrestling industry in some capacity, whether it's through coaching, producing, or commentary. I also hope to continue supporting the wrestling community and giving back wherever possible, perhaps through charitable work or mentorship programs.
Dream car.
If I had my choice of a dream car, it would be the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. This car combines speed, performance, and luxury in a truly awe-inspiring package. With a 770 horsepower V12 engine, the Aventador SVJ can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just under 2.9 seconds, making it one of the fastest production cars on the market. The car's design is also stunning, with its sharp and aggressive body lines and exotic styling.
Dream house.
If I could choose my dream house, I would want a sprawling estate located in a beautiful and remote location, perhaps near a beach or a mountain range. The house would have plenty of natural sunlight and large windows to take advantage of the scenic surroundings. It would be fully equipped with modern amenities and features, including a home theater, a swimming pool, and a state-of-the-art gym. The exterior would be just as impressive as the interior, featuring elegant architecture and luxurious landscaping.
How meet Sarah Bachman?
I met Sarah Bachman through social media. We started interacting on Twitter, and I was immediately drawn to her positivity and uplifting spirit. We eventually started communicating more directly through private messages, and we quickly found that we had a lot in common. We shared similar interests and values, and our conversations soon turned to a strong bond. Although we live in different parts of the world, we make sure to stay in touch regularly through video calls and messages. Despite the distance, our friendship has remained strong, and we continue to be each other's biggest supporters and cheerleaders.
What your favorite thing to do with Sarah Bachman?
One of my favorite things to do with Sarah is simply talking for hours on end. We can talk about anything and everything, from our dreams and aspirations to our favorite movies and TV shows. She has a way of making me feel comfortable and listened to, and I always feel more energized and inspired after our conversations. Another favorite thing is exploring new places together, whether it's going to a new city or hiking in a beautiful area. Being able to share new experiences with Sarah always makes the moment even more special.
Do you want kids with her?
While I haven't had children with Sarah yet, I can certainly say that she would make a wonderful mother. She is nurturing, caring, and patient, with a natural ability to connect with people and bring out the best in them. If we were to have children together, I know that she would pour her heart and soul into raising them with love and guidance. I have no doubt that our children would be smart, kind, and compassionate, with a deep sense of family values and community spirit.
What you like do in Disneyland?
I love visiting Disneyland, and my favorite thing to do there is definitely riding the classic rides. I love the feeling of nostalgia and excitement that comes with experiencing these timeless attractions. Some of my all-time favorites include Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, and Pirates of the Caribbean. I also enjoy taking in the sights and sounds of the park, exploring the different themed areas, and sampling the delicious food and snacks. Last but not least, I always make sure to snap a few pictures with my favorite Disney characters, whether it's Mickey and the gang or the Pixar cast.
What your childhood?
My childhood was filled with happy memories and wonderful experiences. My family was incredibly supportive and encouraging, fostering my creativity and thirst for adventure. We took frequent vacations and spent a lot of time outdoors, creating a strong bond between us. I was lucky to have access to a wide range of resources and opportunities, which allowed me to explore and develop my interests. Overall, my childhood was a time of joy and learning, and those memories continue to shape the person I am today.
What do you regret the most?
There are a few things I regret in life, but one thing that stands out is not taking enough risks in my younger years. I was always very cautious and risk-averse, and I wish I had pushed myself to try new things and take on more challenges. Looking back, I realized that I missed out on many opportunities for growth and self-discovery by playing it safe. I should have pushed myself out of my comfort zone and taken more chances, even if they might have resulted in failure.
Why did you and Liv Morgan broke up?
My breakup with Liv Morgan was a difficult and emotional experience. Our relationship had grown increasingly strained due to our conflicting schedules and differing priorities. It became difficult to spend quality time together, and communication became strained. Ultimately, we had grown apart and our relationship was no longer sustainable. The decision to break up was mutual, and we both recognized that it was the best choice for both of us. While the breakup was painful, we both knew that moving on we'd be of our best interests.
Are you and Liv Morgan still friends?
Yes, despite our breakup, Liv Morgan and I have managed to maintain a strong friendship. We realized that our relationship might not have worked out romantically, but we still care deeply for one another as friends. We still keep in touch and support each other, and although it took some time to adjust to our new dynamic, we have both come to accept and appreciate our friendship.
Did you get injured?
Yes, I have had several injuries over the course of my wrestling career. One of the most significant injuries was a torn Achilles tendon in my left leg. It was a difficult injury to recover from, both physically and emotionally. I was forced to take a significant amount of time off from wrestling to allow my body to heal properly, and it was an incredibly difficult experience. I had to learn to be patient and trust in the healing process, as well as adapt my training and performance style to accommodate for my injury.
If you saw a young version of Bo Dallas, what do you want to tell him?
If I could speak to a young version of myself, I'd tell him to embrace his uniqueness and never be afraid to show his true personality. I'd encourage him to pursue his dreams with passion and determination, and not to let fear or insecurity hold him back. I would also remind him that it is okay to be different, and that his quirks and eccentricities are what make him special. To never let anyone convince him that he needs to change anything about himself in order to fit in or please others.
You was in the Marine 5, you play as Alonzo.
That's right, I was in the Marine 5 Battleground and played the role of Alonzo. It was a fun experience working on the set of the movie, and I got to work with some talented actors and crew members. The movie was filled with action and suspense and had a great storyline. I was glad to be able to contribute to the franchise.
But the funniest moment with Curtis Axel, the Marine fight.
The funniest moment with Curtis Axel in the Marine 5 was during a scene where we were doing a training battle scene in the warehouse. We had to practice a particular move several times, and eventually we got to the point where we were both just trying not to laugh. Axel had a tendency to crack jokes mid-take, and it was hard not to find it funny given the intensity of the scene. We had to take several breaks because we just couldn't stop cracking up.
What the hardest scene with The Miz, the Marine 5?
One of the toughest scenes I had with The Miz in the Marine 5 was when we had to do a scene with multiple explosives. The explosions were going off all around us, and we had to time our dialogue and movements perfectly in order to make it look realistic. It required a lot of focus and precision, and we had to redo the scene several times to get it right. Another difficult scene was one where Miz and I had to film a scene while hanging off a moving train. It was physically demanding and dangerous, but we managed to get through it without any injuries.
Is Bo Dallas, are you staying as Uncle Howdy, coming back?
Yes, I plan to stay in character as Uncle Howdy for as long as I am part of the Wyatt 6 stable. It has been a fun and creative experience to play this character, and I am committed to seeing it through.
Thanks for the interview. You can say whatever you want.
Thank you for the questions and for taking the time to speak with me. I am proud to be part of the Wyatt 6 stable and excited to continue exploring my character as Uncle Howdy. My YouTube channel is called Taylor Rotunda Official, and my Instagram page is Taylor Rotunda. My Twitter account is Taylor Rotunda. I want to give a shout out to my lovely wife who always supports me. I love you, sweetheart.